Somos LatinX Radio Stream, una voz que conecta, une e inspira.
Aquí celebramos tus raíces y te ayudamos a crecer.
Desde historias que inspiran hasta el ritmo que nos mueve.
Siempre contigo, siempre latinos.
LatinX Radio Stream, tu cultura, tu música.
Hola, hola mi gente linda de LatinX Radio Stream. Aquí estamos con nuestro nuevo programa LatinX Sports. Porque a través de LatinX Sports vamos a conocer a todos esos hispanos que a través del deporte están haciendo historia. Son historias que te van a inspirar, que te van a enseñar tantas cosas, pero también que si estás buscando qué hacer un fin de semana, ya te van a dar ideas de cosas que tú puedes hacer, especialmente si estás en el área de Sarasota y Tampa y Clearwater. Bueno, y hoy les tengo una súper invitada y lógicamente, ustedes saben que a mí me gusta empezar todo diferente. Hoy vamos a empezar LatinX Sports en inglés. Para aquella comunidad que tal vez no se siente muy cómodo con el inglés, no se preocupen, vamos a tener subtítulos para que conozcan esta historia y te invito para que te quedes, porque en verdad que te va a enseñar que los hispanos estamos hechos de muchas cosas, especialmente las mujeres, donde estamos rompiendo barreras y muchas ideas en todas las industrias, especialmente en el deporte. Así que ya te cuento un poquito más de esta gran invitada después de esta pequeña pausa. Hello, and here we are with LatinX Sports. Super excited to start this show with a powerful woman, a very special woman, somebody that I want you to get to know. It's a woman that at a very young age is changing the story of many people, but I want you to stay right now, but also to share this interview, because if you know of anybody, a young person that is going through a struggle, this story is going to help you see something completely different. It's a Hispanic woman, a Latina, that is changing many things in her life to make the best out of it. And I have the honor to introduce you and to present you to this fabulous woman, Jennifer Rios.
Hi, thank you so much.
Welcome, Jennifer. I'm excited to have you here in LatinX Sports, an athlete, a woman that is making a tremendous story, not just for you, but everybody who knows you. Jennifer, for those who doesn't know you yet, tell us a little about who you are and where are you from?
Right, so my name is Jennifer. I'm 35 years old. I currently live in St. Petersburg, Florida. My family, they're from Puerto Rico, my grandparents, and yeah, that's just a little bit. I currently train at Amir Martial Arts Academy. I have an upcoming fight at the Battle of Tampa Bay on May the 10th. It's going to be my debut, and I'm so excited for it.
I told you, a special woman, she's a fighter, a true fighter. But Jennifer, I love it. So anybody who is at home right now connecting that you are Puerto Rican, you need to watch and you need to share, because this woman will amaze you and will make you feel proud. I guarantee it. Jennifer, for those who don't know, I know that martial arts wasn't the sport that you grew up with, that it was a new sport that came to you. Tell us a little bit about when you were little. What kind of sports do you practice?
When I was younger, I did a bit of soccer. I did some basketball in high school. I kind of dabbled in everything, skateboarding.
You try a little bit to see which one you liked, right?
Yeah, I loved it all. I loved moving. I loved, just the feeling in my body of just moving and trying new things.
Did you ever thought that martial arts was going to be like the sport that you were going to grow up with?
I did not see myself here, no. My father, I was exposed to boxing, my family. I'd visit them in New York and we'd gather around the TV and we'd watch boxing. And my father, he's a martial artist. But I was very little when he was practicing, so that was limited, because he would compete and he'd fight, but I never got to see him do those things. So it just was something that I never thought I would actually do and become.
That's cool. But how it happened? How you got into martial arts?
Right. So, well, I decided after a long journey of recovery, I am a burn survivor. On December 28th, 2009, when I was 19 years old, I went to visit my family in New York City, most specifically my cousin. She was like a sister to me growing up. She was 17. Her name was Sophia. I was involved in a house fire, spending the night after the holidays with a mutual friend. And during that sleepover, unfortunately, a man decided to come in and light the building on fire. He had a problem with a tenant that lived in the apartment above us. So unfortunately, we were caught in that. My cousin, she became trapped. She could not make it out. I was the last to jump out of the building, and that kickstarted a whole journey of recovery, and essentially to me being here today, finding my strength, finding, who I am through martial arts. I wanted to learn more about myself. I wanted to discipline myself in the sense of seeing how far I can go, what is the next level I can take it to. I've come this far in my journey, and where else is this gonna go? So I had a friend recommend me to Amir Martial Arts Academy. He's well known and established in this community, and I went and I decided to give it a try, and next thing I know, I'm in a fight in the Battle of Tampa. So.
Now you are a true fighter. But number one, Jennifer, thank you for sharing your story. I know that it wasn't easy, and I know that many people, more than likely, they are going through a difficult moment. But I'm super proud to and share your story, because you are a woman that found herself through a difficult moment, but that learned how to rediscover herself and her power. And that's why it's such an honor for me to tell your story, because you became a very strong woman and a fighter when it comes to, for real, somebody who I should fight. But I wanted to ask you, because even though this was a difficult moment, what was the lesson that you learned from this? What was the skill, besides becoming a great athlete, that you were able to develop through this difficult moment in your life?
One of the things that I learned while being hospitalized, and I carry it into, martial arts has enhanced, really, and it's a constant reminder, is not to give up. In the hospital, I sustained over 47% of my body in burns. I was in a coma for months. When I woke up from the coma, I couldn't walk, eat. I had to learn how to breathe again. I was on a ventilator. And throughout that time, I had a wonderful team of nurses and doctors, reminding me to keep going, keep pushing, don't give up. And with martial arts and what I'm doing, it's something that just reinforces that, is to keep going, because each day, even, there are days where I am so sore, I'm like, don't bother me, I don't want to talk. It's just keep pushing and keep going, and every day you'll get better and better. Even if you don't see the progress, then you'll notice it when you get to the end, so yeah,
that's powerful.
Alive.
That's powerful what you tell us, because practicing any kind of sport, I know it's not easy and it requires a lot of discipline, but in your case, it was more than that. It was your true strength. But I would say your inner strength was the one that it was the most required, because I'm sure that going through that, there were many moments that you felt like giving up, that perhaps this is too hard. How did you do it? How were you able to keep yourself motivated? Because I know that that has to be something that maybe many people can help you, but it really comes from inside you. So how do you do that?
It does come from within, reminding myself of my strength. But, just like in the hospital, where even in my darkest moment where I couldn't move and I just had these wonderful smiling nurses and staff come in, and we're just lights, in my darkest moments where, they were just a pleasant reminder to keep going. The same thing in my martial arts, where even in my toughest moments, I have wonderful people that I found that remind me to keep going. My teammates, they cheer me on. They're like, come on, Jen. Even when I want to give up, I look to them. And I think it's important to find those people, find your people that when you're down, you can look up to and they can remind you to keep going,
I love that. Jennifer, you practiced many sports before what happened to you. But I know that Jennifer who practiced the sports is a very different to this Jennifer that now found so many things in martial arts. When it comes to an athlete, what would you say was the biggest difference into the Jennifer, young, you're still young, but I'm saying super young with many things, many dreams, and this Jennifer now that is, I would say for me, stronger than before?
I would say that, this Jennifer now has vision. Before I just did it for fun. I did it because it was something I wanted to do, and it was like, I didn't put much thought into it. And I enjoyed the competition and bettering myself, but now I have found purpose in what I'm doing, purpose in that letting people know to just keep going, keep fighting, you'll get there if you just keep fighting.
For those who don't know much about kickboxing as one of the martial arts and the one that you really are doing fantastic job, tell us a little bit about what is difference of this for those who maybe it's the first time that they are learning about women, a woman fighting, kickboxing, martial arts. What's that?
Right. So kickboxing is a fantastic sport. First of all, fitness-wise, you are going to get a full body workout. You keep at it, you'll get ripped.
That's good.
That's
I like
my
that.
hope. It's something that for self-defense, it's very effective because you're using your entire body. You're learning how to move. You're learning how to overcome targets or opponents that are bigger than you or stronger than you. It's something that not only physical strength, but mentally, to go into the ring and face your opponents, face your challenges. It's something that's just going to sharpen you in every aspect of your life, not just in the gym or in the ring. It's a fantastic martial arts. I think everybody should learn a martial art, because like I said, you're just going to see growth in every aspect of yourself.
I like that because I think that a lot of people know about Hispanics and they think that the only sport or the majority of the Hispanics play soccer, right? Some hear about baseball, but kickboxing, and especially a woman, a Latina. I know this is something that maybe a lot of people are like, what? But how was the journey? Tell me how it is, or what kind of training you have to have. How is that you get into kickboxing? If somebody who wants to start and perhaps is looking to find that light that you found through this beautiful martial art of kickboxing, what would you say that is something that they should expect, or how they can start into it?
I say just go for it. Try a couple of gyms, see where you fit in, what you feel comfortable with, and just jump in. Everybody at the gym, who do martial arts, they do it to improve themselves. Don't have any sort of, hesitancy or thinking, oh, I'm gonna look a certain way doing this. No, everybody that's there that's been there for a while has been in your shoes. And honestly, people are proud to see newcomers come in and trying. And, it's an honor to see people come in and grow. I mean, it's just another aspect of the journey that I enjoy and other people enjoy, is to see you grow.
Jennifer, I gotta ask you, because I keep thinking and picturing how, because we Hispanics are very protective of our women, right? So we have culturally, we were taught a woman is delicate, is gentle. So I can't imagine how it was for your parents to see you fight, especially after what happened. So tell me, how was that for them?
Yeah, so
You're like, well,
I think they know now, but it's always expected. They know that I am the type that, I just go and do things. I don't worry about what people think, and it's pretty expected of me.
I like it.
So I don't think that they're surprised that I've gotten involved in this, and this is what I want to do, because I've always had that bit of an adventurous and exploratory nature about me. Growing up, I always wanted to do things that, people were saying, well, that's not what young ladies do, or what, and it's like, well, watch me.
Let me show you how.
Yeah, exactly.
That's super cool. Jennifer, and tell us about this fight that you're gonna be having on May in Tampa Bay. For those who don't know, tell us about what, especially how we can go and see you, to how we can actually expect, or what we're gonna expect at the fight.
Right. So this is going to be a huge event. It's a massive kickboxing event at the Hilton Bayfront in St. Petersburg, Florida, May the 10th. Doors open at 6:30. You can buy tickets online or contacting Amir Martial Arts Academy. It is loaded with fights. It's a world title event as well. It's going to be America versus Germany. It's going to be a hot ticket. Let me tell you, this is going to be the next big thing in Tampa Bay. I mean, it's number 27. It's well established. But this year, I mean, we not only do we condition hard, train hard, but we fight hard. And so it's going to be a massive show. We're going to put on a good show for you guys and really bring the heat. So, you can come see it then.
I get goosebumps just to think of how amazing it is. But I love that you said that there is a lot of training. There is a lot of preparation. So tell us what has to happen before this happens.
Your whole life has to change.
Just that, right?
And the level of this competition and, this lifestyle of being a fighter, everything from your mind, your body, your spirit, food, diet. I've lost 25 pounds to make my weight. Wow. To fight. And that's within 6 months. I train 6 days a week, loads of cardio, running, sprinting, sparring, 20 rounds nonstop. I mean, and I'm the only female on the team. I'm fighting with a bunch of guys who, they're stronger. They've been doing this longer than me, but you just don't give up. You keep going. And to do this, you got to have that tenacity, and you have to keep that tenacity in and out of the gym. So anything that doesn't align outside of the gym, you gotta work on that too.
Oh, that's awesome. Do you ever learn about who your opponent is or who she is and what to do, or is you just focus on yourself?
I know my opponent. I was shown a picture, and we've got a fight card. She's coming out of West Virginia. So I have been matched, and I'm super honored to, share this moment with her. And but for the most part, it's just an opponent to me. And, I'm focusing on improving my skill and training hard and fighting even harder.
That's super awesome. I am super inspired, Jennifer, with your story because, for those who just connected, she was telling us about difficult moment that she went through in her life, where, like you said, hard to believe, but that you were in coma, and now you are fighting somebody. Fighting kickboxing, which, like you said, lost 25 pounds, is ready in May 10. You have to go and see her. But Jennifer, is an honor for any young person who may have a struggle in their life, because that's part of growing up. But if you could talk to any young man, woman, kids who are trying to find their destiny, their path on any kind of sport, what would you say will be your message to them?
My message to them would be, do what excites you, find what inspires you, and when you find it and you find that opportunity to practice it, do it with 100%. Give it everything you have. And when you do that, when you make the most of the moment and you follow your passion, you're going to find that the rest of life will, in a way, conspire to help you and to continue following that. And you will become what you wish you had and needed in your lowest moments, in your darkest moments. And you will inspire people who need that. So, follow your passion and the rest will fall into place.
That's super, super amazing that you tell us that, because Jennifer, I am super connected. I can't wait for May 10th to go and see you fight. I will be there, definitely telling everybody what's happening. But also, it's amazing to know a Latina doing that, showing us that we are made up of something different, because we recover and we push harder than everybody else. But in this case, that you are doing such an amazing things, you are growing up. Jennifer, what is the future coming besides the fight? What are your plans? What is the things that you're planning for Jennifer?
My plan is to continue onto this wellness path, get involved more into my local wellness community. I also do wilderness survival and learning herbalism, living healthy, living to the most to my ability every day is utmost important to me. So, my plan is to find a way and accommodating others to be their best every day. And, after I do this fight, that's going to be the next step is, how can I continue this wellness journey and continue to live healthy and be my best every day?
I cannot let you go without helping me talk to those women that many times feel trapped in a situation that they can feel like they cannot get out. Different kind of situations. Jennifer, I think that you have that strength in you, the power, the story that I would love for you to help me inspire those women and tell them that it's possible to overcome what we at that moment believe is impossible. And I would like you to send them a message of you can do it too, just as you did it.
My message is, as long as you have breath, you have hope.
I love that. I love that. I love that.
It's as simple as that. There is always hope as long as you have breath.
Well, and you guys know, don't worry. I know you're asking. We're going to leave all the information here for you to buy those tickets to see this fabulous woman, this girl that is a fighter in the full length of that word. You are a true survivor. You are a true example, Jennifer, of what we can do when we have the heart and the mind in the right place. And I truly appreciate you for being here to start the story of Latinx Sports, where it gives us a little bit of the great people that we're going to have in this show, but especially to start with you, a woman that inspires me, a woman that I really am appreciative and honored to get to know, and excited to see in that fight all the great things you're going to do.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
And just for those who just connected, remind us again the dates of the fight and where they can go and buy tickets.
Yeah, so the date of the fight is May 10th. It's the Battle Tampa Bay 27. It's going to be at the Hilton Bayfront in St. Petersburg, Florida. You can find the tickets online or contacting Amir, AMIR, Martial Arts Academy in St. Petersburg, Florida.
And you heard it. Don't worry. We're going to leave it here. Thank you, Jennifer, again. I send you kisses. Best of luck. I won't say luck because you are set to win. So I'm going to see you win that day. May 10th. Don't worry. We're going to leave the information. And for you that you're at home, thank you so much. It has been a pleasure to start Latinx Sports with great story, Jennifer, today. But next week, I have a super special for you. We have somebody who's going to teach us everything about car racing. Yes, you heard it, car racing, because Latinos, we are doing history also in everything that has to do with cars. So I see you next week in Latinx Sports. Ciao, ciao.
Thank you, Ray.